It's the Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Going to bring you the NBA right here on 2K Sports. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. And for the Cavaliers.
You know, there are a number of teams in the Western Conference that can find success when matching up against the Eastern Conference opponents, but Timberwolves weren't one of them. They didn't really capitalize on their chances against the East.
Here's the dish to Flynn. They set the pick. Makes the lead pass. Number 22. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn.
Yeah, they're not going to miss too many of those. That's high percentage stuff there.
Or a team like the Wolves that Clark would play in a very, very tough division. Those missed chances against the East can come back to bite. Get a win, you got to take advantage of it. And Steve, again, that's part of the maturation process.
I agree, Kevin. And, you know, this is a team that's very serious about making the playoffs this year. You know, last year was a transformative year. They got better. They took major strides under Rick Adelman. But if they're going to get over the hump and get into the postseason, they've got to do better against the East.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the three in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to speak with Rick Adelman. Dictating the pace and making sure that pace is up-tempo is what he's hoping they can do in this one. He said, we're fast, we know it, and we're going to make sure they know it too.
Thank you, Doris. Crawford, no luck. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Number 43. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And for the T-Wolves, this is the second season under Rick Adelman. Runs a great offense. He calls it the corner offense, similar to the triangle. They run a lot of passing off that high post area, a lot of cutting, screening, an emphasis on passing big men and spacing the floor to allow for good cutting angles.
Good. That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
From downtown, number 12. Shot denied. He feeds it to Rush. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Rush has got his first 2 points.
And, you know, going back to Coach Adelman, guys, I mean, he's always done a good job of adapting to the strengths of his players. That's the mark of a good coach to me. He's a player's coach. He's shown the versatility to get it done in a lot of different ways with a number of different teams.
Stripped it away. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Number 12, no luck. And Minnesota will come the other way. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Shot from the wing, and there's another one for the Timberwolves. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Number 10. A strong effort on the rebound, nets the second chance points. Here's Flynn. Number 22. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Now, the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
Number 12. From outside, off the mark. Hits it!
That's got to feel good. Ending the quarter on a positive note.
Yeah, you would know that.
It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, Clark, Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Minnesota.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, you'd like to see a little more out of the defense. So how about trying, guys?
Scott. Timberwolves passing it around. Jams it with authority.
I like that one-handed spike right there.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah, he's not going to miss many of those. How about the trade that Cleveland made a year and a half ago with the Clippers? They basically gave up Mo Williams. They got Baron Davis and the #1 overall pick in the draft, which turned into Kyrie Irving. So pretty good exchange there.
Here's the screen. Outside, Walker. Shot clock at 6. That's good. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. You know, the Cavaliers released Baron Davis, freeing up cap space. Davis, of course, eventually signed with the New York Knicks. It really helped them accelerate in Cleveland, Clark, the rebuilding process. And, of course, that being from where you're from, I'm sure you can really identify with what they're trying to do. And, you know, you have a soft spot in your heart for them.
Without question, Cleveland is my hometown. I always want to see that team do well. And a fresh start, good young rookies, cap space, they're on their way.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, the Timberwolves seem to be turning a corner in respectability, and even the real powerhouse teams in the league are taking notice. Reigning MVP and NBA champion LeBron James said, they're a good team. If they continue on the path that they're on now, they can become a playoff team because they have veterans and they have young guys. When you have that type of mix and that chemistry with Coach Adelman and their system, they can do it. If not right now, then very soon. Gentlemen, we'll see.
Doris, a lot of promise on this team. We'll see how they develop. Number 43. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. Flynn's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, the lead just going back and forth here. We're seeing some really good basketball.
You know what, guys? I've lost track of how many times the lead has changed. I mean, it's obvious, though, it's been a good one, and neither side can pull away.
Shot's good. Flynn's got his first points of the night.
That's grace over power, guys. That finger roll gets him 2 points. Impressive stuff.
Here's Irvin. Number 50. That's good. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Number 22 gets it to go. He's got 6. 8 seconds left in the second quarter. Feeds it to Crawford. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland. Here's Flynn. The shot misses. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Cavaliers.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's halftime. I'm Damon Bruce. An excellent game going on at Quicken Loans Arena. For the Cavaliers, a closely contested game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The three-point shooting, ridiculous. They're knocking down everything.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. The Cavaliers leading by 3.
It really didn't seem to matter to the Timberwolves last year whether they were playing home or away. They had the same record in both categories.
And for the Timberwolves. And it's good.
Unbelievable shot there. He busted out the trick release and left the defender dazed and confused.
Good shot there, and it's off target. And that record you mentioned, Clark, 13 and 20. Not a terrible mark on the road for the Wolves, given all the injury woes they had. And Steve, they're going to look to improve that, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that number got worse at the end of the year after they suffered some injuries. So I don't think their road record was as bad as what it ended up to look like. But this is a team on the rise, guys. There's no question. They've got some talent. This is a big season for them, though. And they've got to establish themselves on the road if they're going to be a playoff contender.
Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
1:49 left in the third. Here's Irvin. Drops in the tray. 8 points for him.
And Cavs coach Byron Scott, of course, a distinguished playing career, 14 seasons, mostly with the Lakers, where he was part of that Showtime crew. He won 3 championships with L.A.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. The feed to Walker. He kicks to Scott. Lifts up. Allen with the rebound.
And, you know, going back to Byron Scott, actually a contemporary of mine when I was playing in the NBA. He's a good leader and an excellent communicator and motivator. Scott really knows how to hold his players accountable and get them to reach their optimal level. I like the way he does his work.
And yes, sir, that one drops. 6 points for him.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there. That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing them. I think they've got to find a way to chase them off the three-point line.
Here's Greer, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Lets it go with the 3, and that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Boy, they have just gone crazy from three-point range since coming out of the halftime break.
Boy, it's been 1 3 after another, Steve, an absolute barrage.
Made that one look easy, didn't they?
For the 3. Here's Holmes, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Step aside. We've got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely. Well, you love having him at the line, and he's certainly living up to that reputation tonight.
Here's Flynn. No good. And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Cavaliers ahead, up by 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. While we're still getting underway here in the 4th, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
Hi, guys. Looking at the Cavaliers, it's been an uncontainable game from their point guard off the bench. With the way the scoreboard sits right now, you have to wonder if it would be this close without his great play off the bench. He's been a huge factor.
Thank you, Doris. And it's almost that secret ingredient we've seen here tonight. He gave them a big-time boost when they needed it.
Yeah, something lit a fire under him, obviously, because as soon as he came in the game, he had a major impact. Maybe he's campaigning for a job in the starting lineup, but either way, he's really something.
Guys, it remains to be seen whether or not he can keep this up going forward, but clearly he's shown the capability of having big performances.
And for the Timberwolves, Crawford outside. Cleveland moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Rush grabs the miss.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Down low. Let's go. Number 12. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
If you don't box him out more effectively than that, he's going to eat you up on the offensive board.
Number 43, guarded by Crawford. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well-contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You got to make them work for it, challenge every shot.
Releases from the wing and drills it. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead. The pass to Rush. To the paint. It's stolen. From outside the arc. Another shot. And it's good on the layup. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Rick Adelman gave to his team during that break. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
The shot is off.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
A 3-ball, and the shot is good.
That's his second three-pointer of the half and his third overall.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. They need this. The Cavaliers pull it in. Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
Doesn't look like they're going to take it easy on them down the stretch.
It certainly doesn't look like it. I mean, they're still aggressively attacking the basket and putting up points.
Number 22. That drops. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Takes the 3. Can't get it to go. And Minnesota now the other way.
Well, not much they can do at this point.
Nope, playing for pride. Trying to finish strong for pride's sake.
Cavaliers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Urban. But they'll get another chance. Number 12. Shot is no good.
Nice rebound in traffic, and that's his job.
Kicks to Rush. Fires the 3. No good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.